Hey guys, Dark Prometheus here. Welcome to our Starfield playthrough. What you'll see at the beginning of this video, up in the title, well, down in the title technically, is you'll see either a story or a exploration little tab there that'll kind of tell you what this episode's all about, if we're doing questing story stuff or if we're exploring. So generally what we're going to do is kind of split it like that. We're going to hit a lot of story, and towards the end maybe there'll be some more exploration stuff. So hopefully you'll enjoy this playthrough of Starfield. It's gonna be a mix of live stream and also recorded stuff, so hopefully you have some fun. Now let's get right into it. Let's make sure we're going in this do I have one of those? A coachman? Okay. In the lobby. Okay, I just want to make sure there's nothing up here.
This isn't what I expected at all. It appears the flora they were using as decor has overgrown the entire embassy. Oh, sorry. You'll have to hack that on your own. like this before in my entire life. It'd actually be more fascinating if its branches weren't blocking our road. And that, my friend, is how defense maneuvers.
It's a very weird place. Okay, so that's done. Let's just assume that's it. This is the weirdest thing. That won't work.
Might as well take what we can.
It's probably where I have to go eventually.
Is that you?
Oh my gosh. So many robots. So many robots. So much time. That doesn't work there. It's off. It works here. Whoops. I didn't mean to do that. It's a misclick games. That was a weird thing in my brain.
Is it really necessary for you to drag around all that gear?
Yes, love, it really is. Anything we can unlock, we need to do so with hacking. Oh, it's not far enough.
We should make sure we're well supplied for the trip to Cassiopeia. If you have any gear... Next stop, Cassiopeia, I assume.
Oh, that's a robot that's above me. So, friend.
So, what seems punishment becomes providence. A reminder we can never truly know the Great Serpent's designs for us. You have my thanks, and my apologies for the ordeal you just endured. Come, let us discuss.
Okay, if you want to read this, I'll allow you to pause it so you can read it. So I wonder if he was just left here. Which just seems like he was. Okay, this one's gonna be a bit difficult. Wow. I could have guessed that. Okay, let's work backwards. We have another 3. So these two are opposed to each other. This one only works here.
I think you need to get rid of some of that gear.
Okay.
Not the ideal introduction, I suppose, giving you a grand tour of the embassy via barely functioning intercoms. I do greatly appreciate your persistence. I suspect the Venom tree upstairs has worked itself into more systems than I'd realized. But then again, who could cage such a beauty? Eh? Tell me though, what is it like outside? I heard the broadcast mentioning an attack. Then the embassy was struck with a power surge and then... silence. Has the rest of the city suffered quite so badly?
Did you say the thing pouring out clouds upstairs is called a venom tree? Is it poisonous?
Harmless spores, you have my word, but hard to navigate. Hence why I was guiding you through the intercoms to restore the environmental controls. And release me. It is the sap of the tree that gives it its... well, perhaps not a topic for this exact moment. But I must know of the rest of the city. Does it still stand?
Everyone in the city is in better... the space shuttle is in rough shape, but not much else was damaged.
Is that right, huh? I shall need to have these repairs seen to sooner rather than later. Now, it cannot solely be the Serpent's grace that brought you here at such an opportune moment. You were sent by the UC. That much is obvious. Who else could just waltz through my door? Hmm? And the broadcast spoke of terror morphs at the spaceport. A worrying occurrence, certainly, but coming here of all places, when all I could provide is some enthused cheerleading and... an archive code.
Yes.
So the UC requires information, then. On terror morphs, presumably, hmm? Do I see this all clearly?
He's a straight shooter. Correct. We're going to use the data in the archives to better understand and stop these attacks.
The preservation of life stands as the very purpose of the archives. Using its data to prevent more attacks, there is logic there. But if I am to grant you access, I have a requirement. For years, House Varun has been known only as an agent of slaughter. We founded this embassy with hopes of shedding that legacy. With little success. In exchange for my code, I require this. You must be the one who ensures it is used for good. Ensure House Varun's legacy is more than just carnage. The knowledge you ask for isn't evil. No knowledge is. It is we who bend it to evil ends. Oh, you must assure me this will be used to save lives, not endanger them.
You don't need my assurances. Independent observers will verify its use responsibility.
We'll do everything we can to make certain that happens.
Well, then I shall not fear. Please, follow me. Let's hope it still works. And there. Let's hope it still works. And there. Let it be used for good.
All right, before we return to the deputy, what we need to do is... Ooh. I have a question. Is this even worth it? It's stealth? I don't remember which one it was that allows you to pickpocket. Not boxing. Not fitness. Not that. Not nutrition. Not that. Theft. Okay, so I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna get this. I'm not sure how useful this is gonna be. You big jerk.
Will we all be so lucky next time the archives need to be accessed? Something to think on.
Actually, that might be something I want to do. Let me guess. What I need to do is pickpocket more, right? It worked. Greatest pickpocket ever.
No way! I am not going to help you murder these people. What's wrong with you? I have something I really need to talk to you about.
Okay, so that's not what it is. So it's likely not anything we need. Let's load that. A mouse. Weird. I don't want to spend that point on that. So even if it means we have to run through the dialogue again. Damn it, it means we have to do this entire thing again.
It appears the flora they were using as decor has overgrown the entire embassy.
Is that really worth it for that? No, let's just reload it. It's fine. Getting the ability to do it once, it's alright. Alright, what we need to do is go down to the whatchamacallit. Before we do anything, the wellspring or whatever it's called. Let me get around here. I went up one too many levels, didn't I? Yeah, I need to take a right here. This way. No. All right. And I can't use fast travel because that'll put me out near the ship. And that's not what we want. Can I over encumber myself?
Make sure we're well supplied. Have something for me? Next stop, Cassiopeia, I assume.
By the way, Captain, Sergeant Yumi was looking.
So we're gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way. And use the trams. And then the trade authority can deal with the contraband. It should be out here to the left, right?
There a lot, right? In space.
We should make sure we're well supplied. Let's see what you've got.
Need to look at her inventory. Oops.
Want to see what I'm cap? Next stop, Cassiopeia, I assume.
The Trade Authority has access. You won't find a better solution.
I do not think. I mean, what we're end up doing is just buying things to sell. Okay. The drum beat that has that does have a short scope on it. Saw that one. Was that Coachman better than the other one that we have? Sell those Nova lights. And sell that. $62. $52. Okay, so that I can sell that. 200.
Pleasure dealing with you.
Just one quiet day. That too much to ask for?
Curious.
You didn't hear this from me.
telling you, Bianchi, something's wrong with the boots you sold me. I wear them to the metro. Suddenly, the shuttle runs late. I buy a cup of coffee, and the barista screws up my order. It's like I'm walking under ladders with a broken mirror in my pocket. And the only time it happens is when I'm wearing your boots.
So, what do you want me to do about it?
I want a damn refund.
Fine, fine. I'll take the boots back. Just don't tell anyone you bought them from here.
Signed up for a test pilot program just the other day. I'm not gonna end up like these
Ugh,
lifers and
again
well
with these
rats.
boots.
No way.
I couldn't help overhearing that argument.
Ugh, right. The boots. I hate to admit it, but she has a point. She's the third customer to return the pair, all for the same reason. The boots might really be cursed.
Where'd you get them?
Like most of my supply from one of my UC contacts. But after the second customer returned the boots, I got curious and I did some digging. Turns out they were seized from a House of Varul ship. That alone is enough to convince me something's amiss.
We try destroying them?
And risk releasing whatever's inside them? I've seen enough horror vids to know how this goes.
Did we try wearing the boots yourself?
I thought about it once, but then I thought better of it. Best not to tempt fate.
I mean, that's a smart move.
They're not my size.
It almost sounds supernatural.
I don't doubt it. Either way, it's bad for business. Hey, you're a pilot, right? Maybe you can do me a favor. I've heard of a UC station at the far end of the galaxy called the Den. You go there and stash these boots in a crate, and I'll give you credits as a compensation.
Okay, why not just jetting off into space?
Believe it or not, I actually tried that. And do you know what happened? Some UC pilot picked up the cargo and somehow it found its way back to my store. No, I wanted the boots gone. But I also want to know exactly where they are.
I'll deliver the boots.
Finally, someone to give these blasted boots the boot, if you pardon the expression. Here, I'll have your credits for you when the job is done. Take the boots to the den. Fine. Absolutely.
See if he has anything. Stealth lasers. I mean, that's some good stuff. Stealth lasers enough for me to want to do that. I think I will sell that Orion for his Orion. Oh, another coachman in here. No, that's actually my only. Only one. Okay, that's interesting. Okay. We have 45. He's 43. He doesn't. Okay. Doesn't have any of those.
Watch your back out there.
Oh, I'm gonna buy his.
Happy to make a deal. Absolutely.
Orion. I don't have a pacifier, do I? I don't think I do. But I can always just find one, right? Because it's not a particularly crazy weapon. Maybe it wasn't worth doing what I just did, to be honest.
Needed something else? I'll be here.
Now where's the hacking score? Is that over here?
Hi, mister.
I thought it was on the main strip here. Is there security? There's K's. Here it is.
No lawyer. Can't say I'll have what you need. Stay safe out there.
We run a number of social programs. Nice talking to you.
He doesn't have anything.
Let me know if I can help you.
Okay, so I think we put all the stuff that we don't need in the ship. Then we can fast travel. We keep on doing this UC storyline over at Mast. And while we're at it, we can grab this security mission.
I asked my boss what they're doing to stop new alien attacks on the city.
Yeah, this should be close enough, right? Cargo hold. My inventory, resources for all.
What?
Ah, crime
crime has slowed down since you started helping out, which is good for morale.
Has there been any fallout from the Terramorph attack?
The whole department is in the process of recovering, myself included. If I'm being honest, I still have nightmares of my team turning up.
It's a Terramorph, not a Terra.
Things can be replaced and wounds can be healed, but building back that trust in each other is going to take time. Luckily, we've built a good culture here, and we hired some new recruits who were inspired by what you did. I've got faith we'll survive this.
Do you have any work? Got time to help.
I do. Thanks to you, the spaceport is up and running again, which is good for commerce, but also for smugglers. We've received a tip that someone has been bringing in contraband into New Atlantis through the spaceport, and we need to investigate.
How are those smugglers invading the contraband scan?
Well, technology-wise, criminals have always been one step ahead. No different now than it was centuries ago. Smugglers often have a fancy shielding or scan jammers that allow them to evade the checks. But luckily, we can still use old-fashioned detective work to track these criminals down.
I could find smugglers for you.
Great. First, speak to one of the technicians over by landing pad B. Ask them if they've noticed any suspicious activity. Once you've gotten a lead, cross-reference their testimony with ship records over at Aegis. When you're done, report back to me with your findings.
Can you tell me more about these ship records?
Remember that job you did for Agent Plato? I finally had a reason to call in that favor he owes us. I asked him to pull the names and cargo of every potential smuggling ship that docked in the last month. He said he'll have a slate ready for you to examine.
Where can I find these spaceport technicians?
There should be a few working on the landing. Right now, we don't have any good lead.
He told me where they
See you
were.
later.
Might as well do this mission. You know what? Let's do it.
That your ship that landed not too long ago?
Because it will take us back to Mass in the first place, and then we can do both of these missions. When we leave, we can just return to Sergeant Yumi with our findings.
Yeah?
I'm investigating a smuggler and checking to see anything suspicious.
Can't say I have. When you work a job like this, you see so many ships. They all sort of blend together.
So you didn't see anything?
Nope. I just keep my head down and do my job. Speaking of which, I better get back to it. Hi there. Yeah?
I'm investigating a smuggler, checking if you see anything suspicious.
It's about time. I've been telling my supervisor about that cargo ship for ages. I'm beginning to think he was ignoring me.
Well, what about the ship is so suspicious?
It's the way the crew handled the cargo. They were being way too delicate. The manifest said they were carrying potatoes, spuds. I don't know what was in those crates, but it certainly wasn't that.
What's the name of the ship?
That's the problem. I don't really look at the ship names when I work, just the ID number granted for clearance. I think it was UC576B. I do know it's a cargo class transport, if that helps. If you'll excuse me.
Okay. Now, we have everything. We can go over to mast. I always forget that I could just use this this one up here, go on the mast building. All right, go up to Aegis.
The fewer people there are thinking about Aegis on a daily basis, the easier my job is.
That was private property, you know.
Defense Research has about a dozen active contracts right now. We'll see which ones pan out. Pardon?
Hello.
The security of the United Colonies is every citizen's responsibility, but we try and do the bulk of the work.
I was told you have a slate for me.
That I do, Captain. Sergeant Yumi said you'd be coming to pick it up. You've got good timing, too. I actually have a friend on a classified star station who sent me this list of potential smugglers the other day.
Okay.
Here you are. Given I owe you for the last job, I hope it serves some use.
Classified star station.
That's right. Classified station, top secret projects, etc., etc. Nothing you need to be concerned with at the moment, Captain.
If the intel's for a star station, will these records be useful here?
Yep. Every ship on that list has a route that goes through New Atlantis. Not surprising, given we're the biggest port in town. And if they're smuggling stuff there, you can bet your ass they're smuggling stuff here. Keep your eyes open.
Okay. This. Potatoes. Yeah, because definitely the one that's announcing they're carrying weapons is obviously not going to be the one doing it because, well, not necessarily true. It would be a good cover. If you're smuggling weapons, you smuggle other weapons with it. But I don't think it's just weapon smuggling. I think they're smuggling other stuff. Otherwise, it wouldn't make sense. Whee.
Ever wonder how the Crimson Fleet seems to be?
How's the investigation going? No major hiccups, I hope? Holding your breath won't work.
I've got information on the ship.
Is that right? Do you know the name by any chance?
Yes. I think it was the Asani, but I'm not sure off the top of my head. The Ananasi. Okay, that was right.
Found those smugglers yet? Is that right? Captain Enjai's ship. I think you might have hit the mark here. You had reports of their crew being less than professional on several occasions. Still, being a little rough around the edges isn't exactly a crime. Are you sure it's the right ship?
Sure.
Then the next step is searching their cargo for any smuggled contraband. And, as luck would have it, I believe the Anansi has already arrived at landing pad B. I'll make the call to have the ship detained until further notice. Your job is to board the ship, locate any illicit goods, and return them here. And if any of the crew puts up a fight, I trust you know what to do. Good luck.
Your cooperation.
That's tax. Proud for me having to board this ship.
Right, Captain. Where are we headed next?
We're looking for contraband, sir. Keep your eyes peeled.
Looking for something? What now?
Bro, this is a cool cockpit. What kind of cockpit is this?
Well, it looks like you got me, officer. I guess this means my potato shipping days are numbered. But maybe you'd be willing to give a first-time offender a slap on the carpal bone. I don't suppose you're interested in a deal?
I'm listening.
It's simple. I give you a large sum of creds. You turn around and tell your sergeant the ship was clean.
I'm gonna have to pass.
That's unfortunate, Captain. Now I'm going to have to smuggle your body off this ship.
Simply amazing.
How's it stealing? They're hostile.
junk you're hauling is seriously slowing you down.
That's fine. Okay. Wow. We need to sell some aid.
Hey! Hey, you! You have a minute? I need to talk to you. You're the one that was on Vectera, right? You flew in on the, Frontier.
I have a different ship now, but that's accurate.
Excellent. So glad I caught you. Tommy Bitlow, SSNN research intern. Word is the Frontier was involved in an attack? It's true, right? You saw some real action?
The Crimson Fleet attacked us. That's what we mean by action.
This is great. Great. My boss, Nadia Mufaz, would kill to talk to you. An actual eyewitness. There's credits in it for credible, newsworthy information.
Who is Nadia?
Everyone knows David Barron, the face and voice of SSNN, if you will. But Nadia is in charge of all the research. All the best stories were written by her.
Okay.
She's really something. And easy money, too. Just go to the SSNN building. It's not far. Keep it up, Tommy. You're killing it.
Okay.
You will be scanned as you enter the city. Okay.
How's the investigation going? No major hiccups,
I
hope?
searched the Ananasi
Good work.
for contraband.
Did you find anything?
Yes, I did.
Very well done, Captain. Time and time again, you come through for us. Initially, I felt bad for having someone of your rank doing security, but frankly, you're worse than guilt. In any case, I'll have a team move the ship off the landing pad and do a full sweep. Make sure there's no other surprises on board. Oh, and before I forget, your payment. It's well deserved.
Okay.
Your safety is important to UC security.
How am I still this overweight? Oh, he gave me a bunch. Oh, we have a bunch of ship parts. I didn't notice that.
Not sure if those photos help.
Why are we so heavy? Oh, I took all of the ship parts off the ship and put in my inventory. Need to go to commercial district. Let's talk to Nadia right quick because I think this is right. We should come in a district and it's SSN is like behind us. Yeah, it's like up here.
You can't go in. You just can't.
But I bet whoever came up with bad news travels fast wasn't taking interstellar distances into account.
Welcome to SSNN, where the news never sleeps. If you're part of the David Barron fan club, try not to inflate his ego too much. He's liable to burst.
Who are you?
A cog in the machine. If you mean literally, Nadia Mufaz, head researcher of the office. So if we got any facts wrong, I'm the one who files your complaint into the shredder.
What's your problem with David?
We spend hundreds of hours digging into stories, sorting the lies from the damned lies. Then David performs a 2-minute segment and wins an award. Who'd have a problem with that?
Nice to meet you too.
Sorry. Long day. Longer night. How about a do-over? Let's take a look at you. You're not from around here. My guess is you work, really work, for a living. I bet you have a story or two. I have a feeling about such things.
Actually, your intern asked me to do an interview for you.
Tommy? Tommy did something useful? So you must be the captain of the... Frontier? Rumor is there was a firefight at a mining installation. I'm interested only in primary sources. So things you've seen and or done that are newsworthy. No hearsay.
Okay.
So, what do you got for me?
The Crimson Fleet attacked an Argos mining facility in Vectera.
Looks like some Crimson Fleet brainiac figured out it's easier to hit stationary targets than dogfighting in the field. And you are an eyewitness with the courtesy to find us instead of being chased down. Refreshing. So what were the pirates doing there? It's not their usual MO.
Tell them about the ore. That was quite a lucrative operation.
We were mining beryllium, iron, and some rare minerals. Easy credits for them.
Rare minerals, you say? That would be worth the price of admission. So what's your role in all this? Part of a tour group?
I was one of the, I worked for I was one of the miners.
Huh. I didn't realize Argos extractors hired such capable crew. So we've covered the basics. How about any harrowing tales of daring do? How'd a bunch of miners triumph?
The mining crew banded together. I took point on defense with my handy mining laser. No. The mining crew banded together and fought them off with mining lasers.
Huh. Sounds like a good outfit. The heroic miner is a good angle. This is a good local story. Plucky miners band together and punch above their weight. If you ever get more stories like this, drop by. And take this to cover any incidentals, or other creative ways to pad out an expense report. You talk and get paid, I spread the news. It's a classic win-win.
What stories are you working on?
I'm working on an investigative piece about some of the businesses in the well right now. Trying to get a handle on how things are in that part of the city. I'm not sure the story will get off the ground, though. I asked the higher-ups if I could go down there for some interviews, but they said it's too dangerous. They'd probably be all for it if David asked.
I'm willing to do the interviews.
Would you really? I'd owe you big time if you did. You've been a huge help on my other stories. I'm sure you'd do great.
Do it done.
Great. I had 3 interviewees in mind. Teresa Mason, the owner of Kay's house, Henrik Zoran at Apex Electronics, and Nurse O'Shea from the medbay. You don't need to ask too many tough questions. I just want to read on how their businesses are doing, and how things are in the well. I really can't thank you enough. My source is back. Here to report anything else?
I was at the Terramorph attack in New Atlantis.
Really? To say you have my undivided attention is an understatement. A lot of people were there. The accounts we've got were chaotic. What was your role in that?
In the UC Vanguard was investigating recent Terramorph activity.
The Vanguard was involved. That's good to know. The whole city is still on edge over the attack. We were fortunate, damn fortunate, that casualties were so low. What was it like in the thick of things?
I felt alive. When everything is on the line, every moment seems like a gift.
You never know quite how precious life is, until it's under threat. It sounds like New Atlantis, heck, the whole UC, owes you a great debt. Any closing comments? I already have a good story here.
I won't rest until the Terramorph threat is ended.
That makes me feel better. I feel like such a sap, but it does. Hey, Constellation? From all of us that live here, thanks. We use the word hero a lot in news, but you really are one.
Alright, let's go do this quest right quick, because why not? Okay, now Andrasia has one thing to do, but we're doing the UC storyline, then we're likely gonna hit... Oh, this is masked. This isn't where I want to be. We over here.
You will be scanned as you enter the city.
K's medical electronics. Medical's all the way down at the end. K's is right here.
Everyone's welcome. No shortage of hungry mouths to feed around here. Keeps us on our toes. Nothing else?
And with the SSNN, I'd like to ask you some questions about your business.
Absolutely. I'm sure my mom would be proud to have the place featured in an article. What's up?
I'd like to know how things have been with your business lately.
Business is steady, as usual. We don't tolerate violence or disrespect, so a lot of folks like to spend time here. The only thing that's worrying me is a new group of customers I've seen hanging around lately. They've been watching the UC surplus store pretty closely. I have a bad feeling they might be planning something. Kay's house has a reputation as a safe place. I don't want to be associated with that kind of thing.
I'm happy to look into it.
Honestly, I'd really appreciate that. I'd feel terrible if something happened and I hadn't done anything to try to stop it. Why don't you come by when you have some spare time? And we'll talk it out.
Will you tell me more about yourself?
Yeah, sure thing. I'm Teresa Mason, and this is my home. My mom's the Kay who founded Kay's house. I grew up here along with the business. My mom passed the place on to me when she decided to retire. Running it is my pride and joy. I've put everything I have into it.
How are things in the well?
Same as ever. I've lived in the well my whole life, and things have never really changed. The UC government promises to clean the place up every couple years, but there's still just as much crime and poverty as there was when I was a kid. That's why Kay's house is so important. It's the one place people in the well feel safe. Be sure to put that in the article, okay? I'm really proud of it. Great. Let me know when the article comes out, will you? I'd like to read it. If you haven't, make sure you say hello to Mama. She likes checking in with everyone.
I'd like to help you figure out what these suspicious customers are up to.
Would you? I'd really appreciate it. I saw them hanging around the UC surplus earlier today. They sure looked suspicious to me.
I'll take, what makes you think they're up to something?
They've been coming here regularly for the last couple weeks, and all they do is sit on the balcony and watch the UC surplus. I thought I heard them mention a robbery, but I'm not sure. They seem to know I'm onto them, so they stop talking about it when I'm around.
I'll head straight to the security office and report him.
I'd rather you didn't. I want to make sure I'm right about this before we go to security. But I have to be sure they're up to something before I get the authorities involved. I don't want to get anyone on security's bad side for no reason. Why don't you do a little sleuthing for me? Maybe you'll have better luck eavesdropping on them than I did. We can decide what to do once we figure out if they're really up to something.
Okay. Come through here.
I wish I could go through.
Always get turned around here. Where's the electronics shop? Through here. Okay, here it is.
If you're a serious customer, a reporter, fine, but I'm only talking basics. I don't like people snooping around my business.
How have things been in the well?
How the hell do you think? Life's a mess down here. I'm not holding my breath for it to get any better.
Tell me more about yourself.
Name's Henrik. I own Apex Electronics. That's all I'm willing to say to some nosy reporter.
I'd like to know how things are going at Apex Electronics.
Door's still open, isn't it? That's my idea of success. Sorry if you were hoping for something more flowery. Great. Now why don't you help me out and buy something?
I did. But you don't have any more digipicks. I bought them all. Don't got any more digipicks.
I've got them. We're doing the best we can here. That's all we can ever do. A journalist? That's a surprise. Most people don't think anything that goes on in the well is worth writing about. I'd be happy to help if I can.
How have things been recently?
Things are always the same in the well. Violent and dangerous. I swear I treat more injuries here than I did when I was a Navy medic.
Tell me more about yourself.
Sure, if you'd like. My name's Talia. I was born and raised right here in the well. I've been the nurse here at the med bay for over a decade now. Once upon a time, I was a combat medic for the UC Navy. When the colony war ended, I came back to the well to put my skills to use for the people here.
I'd like to know how things are going at the med bay.
Things are always rough at the med bay. I'm the closest thing to a doctor that the well has, and I can't treat everyone. The last few weeks have been especially bad. There's some kind of infection going around, and a lot of kids down here are catching it. It just breaks my heart to see.
Happy to help you out with that.
Oh, you're sweet to offer. There might be something you can do, if you're willing.
Okay, we have to go on?
You let me know if there's anything else I can do for you. 3 gunshots this week alone. I guess we know where UC Security's priority. Oh, you remembered. I'm touched, dear, really. Yes, there's absolutely something you can do to help. All the children seem to have the same stomach bug, but I'm having trouble diagnosing it. Pediatrics isn't my specialty.
Okay.
But one of my colleagues, Dr. Lebedev, is an expert. If I had his research notes, I'm sure I could diagnose the disease and find a treatment.
Can you tell me more about the situation?
I've seen an uptick in cases of sick children in the medbay recently. They all seem to be presenting the same...
Isn't that the same
It
thing?
isn't serious enough to kill them, but...
Do you know where he might be?
He works topside at Reliant Medical. It's easy to find. It's right between Mast and Orion Tower. Dr. Lebedev is always there.
And get the notes.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
I talked to my insurance and they said they don't cover that kind of damage.
So the guys.
I know your type.
I don't know, Isaac. Seems like a tough joint to crack. Nah, that's just what they want you to think, Louis. You see security around here? No, but nothing. I say we strike while the iron's hot. I got a feeling that goody two-shoes at Kay's place is gonna rat us out. She was giving us some serious side-eye last time we were in there. See? No time like the present. We'll do it tonight. We'll be fine, trust me. We'll be in and out in time to make last call at Jake's. Frick's info is good. This'll be a piece of cake. I've never seen anybody else try something like this. You gotta trust me. We'll be fine. I guess I need to work on my self-confidence. If we pull this off, we'll be swimming in credits. I sure hope we can make it happen. Hey, I thought you were on my side here. I have a real bad feeling about this. If we can make this happen, we'll be real big shots around here.
You shouldn't have taken that from them.
Just about had
Personally, I think daylight's overrated. I get by just fine.
This guy's here.
Don't take it personal if I don't stop to
You're
chat.
right. These people are definitely
Lots
planning to
do,
rob the
not
UC
you.
surplus.
Damn. I was hoping I had it wrong. I guess that settles it.
We have to get the authorities in. You should take this straight to Officer Endler at the security office. He'll look into it. If you give...
Okay, understood. Head straight to the security office.
Thanks. Let me know when you've made the report, okay?
Yeah, it's just down the street. We pretty much tell him, and then that's the end of it. They don't really care from there.
Well, never a dull day for security in the well.
I have a crime to report.
Well, that's what we're here for. What's going on?
This is going to be a robbery at UC surplus.
The UC surplus? You sure about that? It's been a long time since someone was stupid enough to rob that place.
Why don't people rob it?
It's a military outfit for one thing. Most criminals don't want to make an enemy of the UC. The guy who runs is pretty intense too. He wouldn't think twice about shooting a would-be thief.
Teresa Mason asked me to make a report, I'm sure.
That's so. Nobody in the well is more reliable than Teresa. If she says there's a problem, I believe it.
Where is the
You
UC
can tell her
surplus?
I'm personally looking into it. That should ease her mind. Those thieves won't be so cocky with security on patrol.
I don't know why UC Security bothers with an office down here when they're clearly not interested in helping these people at all.
Someone ratted us out.
I'm on top of this.
Okay, that's done. Oh, I gotta still talk to Kay.
That was quick.
He's gonna patrol patrol the area to make the thieves nervous. He said he'd tell you he's gonna patrol the area himself.
I knew I could count on him. He always handles this kind of thing fairly. Thanks for your help with this. I feel a lot better knowing security's on patrol down there.
Okay, we need to go to... Mast. And go to Reliant, then go back to the well, then go back up top and talk to Nadia. And that's it. We're not going to get that done in this stream though. We only have a couple minutes left of the stream. But we'll get that done for Thursday and Friday's episode on YouTube, so it'll be good. But we can at least get this, and then we'll be ready to go. Let's see who else is playing the video games too. We want to raid if there's anyone. After we talk to
Majority of citizens here in New Atlantis count on Reliant Medical. I believe our reputation speaks for itself. Welcome to Reliant. If you're in need of medical assistance or require supplies, I am sure we can accommodate you.
Nurse O'Shea sent me to ask for your help on the medical issue.
A medical problem Talia can't solve. I never thought I'd see the day. How can I help?
Some children in the well have caught a stomach bug, and Nurse O'Shea needs help diagnosing it.
Sick children? Well, we can't have that. I'd be happy to help. Let's see. A stomach bug. I've treated plenty of those. I keep extensive notes. I'm sure I have something that can help. Ah, yes, here we go. This should do the trick. I've uploaded some of my notes on common stomach issues in pediatric patients to this slate. Please, pass it on to Talia. She can keep it. And give her my best, will you? I hope everything works out for those kids.
All right, thanks for coming out for our story stream Saturdays. We're playing some Starfield in this one. I'm really loving the game, so we will definitely get into that. So thanks for coming out. Don't forget to leave a like below, comments, and subscribe. And I will see you guys next time. Later.